We got a rare one-take video because my computer's broken. Yay! Oh, it's so expensive. Anyway, Leafs win 3-2 over the Florida Panthers. Haven't got to do the road fist pump in a while because the Leafs haven't won since New Year's Eve on the road. The Leafs haven't won a road game since Randy Carlyle was the head coach of the team. That's a bit of a problem. So, what do we talk about first? Do we talk about the game or do we talk about the shenanigans surrounding the team, which I still don't know how I'm going to talk about it without directly... Anyway, tell you what, tight game. Leafs, Panthers playing a tight game. Leafs need to win the game even though they're going for the tank. The players aren't going for the tank. The coaches aren't going for the tank. Management's not going for the tank. They want to win the damn games, and they haven't done one on the road since December 31st, and that's disgraceful. The Panthers, they want to tie the Bruins for the final playoff spot in the East, and the Bruins have games in hand. This is getting tight. Tight game. Luongo gets hurt. Oh my goodness. Panthers' chances are hurt. Leafs' chances get better. Then, with the game tight, Al Montoya gets hurt. Okay, what now? We've seen this before where, the starter will go out, the backup will go in, even though the starter's hurt, and the backup gets shaken up. But the backup's usually fine. Al Montoya wasn't fine. The guy could barely move. So what do? Scotty Upshaw is going down the tunnel. We thought it might be him going in net. McKenzie goes down the tunnel. We think it might be him. All of a sudden, 41-year-old Rob Tallis, the Panthers goalie coach, comes out of the tunnel, and we think he's about to go in the net. And what's going on? And then Montoya, on some wrestling-ish, stays in the net and plays busted up. And you know what? How many saves did Montoya make? How many poke checks did he make while barely mobile? It's easy to make fun of the Leafs in this scenario. Okay, how did they almost not score on a barely mobile Al Montoya? But holy smokes, the heart. This is one of my favorite memories of the hockey season so far. Who, Leaf fan, whether you're a fan of Tank Nation or not, was cheering for the Toronto Maple Leafs to win this game? What a story it would have been if Al Montoya had somehow dragged the Florida Panthers to a win in this one. What a story it would have been if 41-year-old Rob Tallis had won the game for the Panthers. What if Roberto Luongo, after shut-up phone, what if he had won the game after being in street clothes 5 minutes prior to him joining the game? That would have been an excellent story. The story, though, changes to, well, the Leafs won, finally. Peter Holland scores a goal. I'm sure he was really happy to score that goal, and the Leafs won. Huge bummer. I wanted the Panthers to win. Straight up, I wanted the Panthers to win. That would have been a great story. And I guess that brings us to the next thing. That's why I watch sports. That's why I like reading about sports, and that's why I like watching sports. They're fun. Remember that? Remember when sports and hockey were fun? Look, there's a lot of BS surrounding the Leafs. A lot of voodoo wizardry and BS, if you will. Shirts underneath. Phil Kessel blew up at the media, said their treatment of Dion Phaneuf is disgusting and disgraceful and it's embarrassing and all these things, all these emotions from Phil. Oh my God, I thought this guy didn't talk. All he did was blow off the gym and eat cheeseburgers. Ha 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 ha. Shut up. Look. I don't think Phil Kessel should have said anything. I don't. Here's why. So he says all that stuff. It's less than 2 minutes of content, actually. He spoke for much less than 2 minutes, actually, if you include the questions. But right away, I read, imagine if Phil Kessel showed this much passion on the ice. Whoa. Then I saw a really, really misguided piece by a writer that I don't follow. And thank goodness, because I don't have the strength. Basically, it was about how this was a lesson in sports media for Phil Kessel. Because the media don't forget, they wait. And they hold biases, and they hold grudges. Here's the thing. That's all true, and that's all important. And that's not Phil Kessel's lesson to learn. The lesson to learn here is don't be a biased, grudge-holding, crappy writer. Are you joking me? Why is this Phil Kessel's lesson to learn? Look, Could he try harder on the ice? Maybe. Could he try harder in the gym? Maybe. Could any of the Leafs do better? Maybe. But that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point about what he was saying. It's such an easy cop-out for so many of the people I saw to be like, yeah, Phil? Yeah? Well, how about the Leafs suck? And don't worry about what we have to say. The Leafs suck. You know what? No, let's focus on what you have to say. After all, that's the point, isn't it? You need readers, you need listeners, you need viewers. Excuse me while I directly piss in the pot that I drank from. Well, pot, whatever. I'll piss in a pot too. Look, it's not Phil Kessel's problem that you're a biased, grudge-holding dick. Straight up. Like, in pointing out that Phil Kessel had a lesson to learn here, you're basically pointing out a much broader, bigger problem in this business. And look, I'm not free from it. There are players I don't like. There are probably players I'm unfair to. And there are probably players I'm overly fair to. But that's not their problem. I would never accuse them of it being their lesson to learn. It's really unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. And never mind. I'm going to get in trouble. Oh my God. Another one. I can't help myself. Another one was, who's Phil Kessel to tell the media what to do? That might have been the most unself-aware thing. Who is Phil Kessel to tell the media what to do? Who are you? What is every radio show? What is every TV panel? What is every blog? What is every video blog? What is every LFR? All we do is tell them what to do. Man, you should have passed it on this, but every fan, shoot! That's all we do is we tell them what to do. What, does Phil Kessel need some sort of expertise in the media? Does he need some sort of background? Does he need a journalism degree? Does he need a radio and television arts degree? That's insulting the fans. Most of your readers, most of your viewers, most of your listeners, they don't have those things. They don't have the right, I guess, to comment about your commenting. Like, you can't move the goalposts like that, bud. You can't. It's BS. It's crap. And guess what? If you can criticize Phil Kessel can criticize you. It's a two-way street. Cry about it. And that's why I love Al Montoya. And I'll end on this note. I love Al Montoya and I love that story. And I love that game because it reminded me that sports are fun. I think we should all remember that. Okay?